All right, fellow DoorDasher family and people that are new to DoorDash as dashers. Guess what? Big surprise. Since the server went down a month ago, when the whole thing crashed and burned big time one night, and was really screwed up for a week, they have been doing updates every day. Uh, and it's just been nuts. So you've got to always check Play Store and update, because if you are behind on the updates, your app will be screwed up. So please check for updates. Today's new update, and they updated yesterday and the day before. Today's new update is big fun. Are you ready for this? They have changed the entire look of the app. Now, a lot of people's apps look different, and that's because they have different lettering set up on their phones, and it really goofs up the app. So if you can get regular lettering on your phone, the app will act so much better and be easier to read. This is the standard lettering that comes with this phone. I have not altered it in any way. Now, this is the thing about the new thing. First of all, they got the earn 100, okay? Invite friends. I don't even need that on there. I can't stand that right there. They need to get that off of there. Here's the bell where it used to be over here for notifications, okay? April Fools. This whole thing's April Fool. Huh. Okay, and then they've got this for your mapping, and this, you can't get rid of this, and you can't get rid of this. I can't stand that. None of that goes away, so it takes up the whole map. So you literally have to move stuff. Like I'm scheduled for Florida tomorrow. I like to squish this in so I can look around. It makes it really hard, so I can look around in my other cities and states when before I could just go right through there. And it's more of a real map now. Like watch, it starts, it'll like zoom in and stuff. And that's all well and good, but I don't like the way it's doing. It takes up, it doesn't act right because you don't have this and this gone, so you have more room to flip it around and see other cities and states. But let me tell you a big secret. Today, they have a thing now where if you want to cancel an order that you just accepted after so many minutes, which is not long, you cannot cancel that order. You cannot unassign it. New deal. So watch out. Be so sure you're going to take that order, because I had an order today that DoorDash screwed up on. First of all, they the mileage was wrong. It said like 3 miles, and it was supposed to be like a $8 order with no peak pay or anything. And let me tell you what they did. They put the entire wrong address for a restaurant that is located out by Mary Esther. It is called Soy Bistro. And it's way out by the car dealerships and more towards like Red Lobster. The address they gave me was Southeast Miracle Strip 98, which is sending me more to Okaloosa Island and towards Destin, and I'm like, what the heck? And I had went through this when we first grand opened this area. I'm the one that got this whole area started. Took me since November to get DoorDash to open up Fort Walton, Shalimar, Mary Astor, Valparaiso, Niceville, Destin, Okaloosa Island, Sandestin, and Miramar Beach, and Panama City, Florida area. It was a nightmare, and then they finally did it. Okay, I felt it was a wonderful area, and it is. It's doing very well. It was doing good on the first day, and it's really booming now. And people are still getting into it, learning about DoorDash that we deliver. But anyway, so this restaurant, I was so aggravated. I said, I'm so done, because now I've used up about 7 miles in gas. Over, ordered it's 3 or 4 miles it was dedicated, and I don't like to do anything under $10. I took it because it was supposed to be close, but no. They had the wrong address, and I had been out to that restaurant before. In fact, I got them signed onto the app. And because I nominate restaurants to areas. And I totally forgot this place was way out the other way. And because I was thinking it was down by Brooks Bridge, over by Goat and that, and actually it wasn't. There's so many restaurants in this area, it's beyond belief. It's like being in California. So we called the restaurant to ask them where they're located. They're like, we're by the dealer, and I'm like, there's no car dealers anywhere near here. The next car dealers are way out in Destin, way up into Fort Walton, out on Hollywood, and around that area for the big car dealers, and then down 98 towards Navarre. On the right-hand side, you've got a Mercedes, a Lexus, a Cadillac dealer, and that. So this was really upsetting. So I'm like, what? They are southwest, like going towards California, not southeast, like you're going towards New York. Southwest. Dude, that's like another 7 miles to the restaurant. And the restaurant's wonderful. They always have the food ready, boom, boom. They're willing to check over the order with you before you walk out that door to make sure you have every little bit. They're really, really nice people. The food is A1 quality, and it is expensive. But it is A1 quality. So then had to deliver out to Mary Esther, up by car dealership, and with the GPS to like the car dealership and another building before it, and there was nobody there. It was Sunday, so I was like, uh-oh, we've got a bad address, or it's for somebody in the car dealership. So the traffic's really, really bad, and it's hard to turn left and right anywhere up in that area because of the traffic. It just always is in that area. It's not because of the tourists and all that right now. It's just because that is a very busy area. It's right next to a very expensive residential area in that. So, anyway, did I tell him the part about when I tried to decline and he refused? Because I got aggravated? Yeah, I tried to decline the order when I was down by Brooks Bridge. Because I got aggravated. I said, I am so down, I used up my gas, everything. And it said, you cannot decline at this point in the trip. You cannot unassign it. So that's the new trick in the app. Watch out. And so anyway, pulled up in the car dealership, and most of the car dealerships aren't even open on Sundays, and that I know of in this area. So we called the customer, and rarely do I ever call a customer, and said, where exactly are you? Because I'm at the car dealership, and they named some business. I'm like, I don't even know what that is. And so I backed out of the car dealership, went to a big vacant building next door, and it actually was the title of that business. So anyway, contacted the customer by text and said, okay, I'm at this place. And they said, well, come around to the back parking lot, and there's not a car out there, okay? And it's daylight, and it's a fairly good area, but that kind of creeped me out, to while I'm going to drive around the back of a building. But it was actually okay. The set timer, the customer was notified that we can't locate them. And she actually drove up to the front of the building from the way back into this huge, huge building, and came up, and she said, are you DoorDash? She was just sweet as pie. And so that worked out wonderfully well. And actually, my timing was very good on the order. I had enough time to pick up. The restaurant was so fast that it gave me more time to deliver. And so, and I only had to drive about 5 other miles down the street. But it was quick. So it worked out really, really well because I made a bonus on it. Plus, I had a gracious tip. Thank you so much. If you're on here, my sweet customer, you made my whole day and my whole week, because DoorDash has been really doing me dirty lately. And that just made it wonderful. I thank you so much. I was very apologetic to this customer because DoorDash screwed it up this time. And I do get orders at times where there's no customer address or there's no restaurant address. I mean, literally. And you have to start looking on a separate phone because it'll use up the DoorDash app because it uses so much power. It zaps your battery and it just can't function at all if you try to use the phone. It's a mess. So I have to use a different phone to try to call the restaurant, look it up on the internet, and try to find out what the address is. And then DoorDash doesn't add in that mileage to do the price, so the price will be wrong. You get like a $4 price that says 1 mile away, and that's only like the mileage to the restaurant or just the mileage to the customer. It's like, oh. So anyway, beware. The new update on this app has locked us in to where we cannot unassign an order. The only other way you could is to text a rep and ask them to unassign it, and then they really screw you up. DoorDash is really into this thing. If you don't accept an order, or if you unassign an order, DoorDash calls it the same thing. It's called unassigning deliveries, and I'm like, what? That's their new thing now. So there it is. Make sure to keep an eye on the Play Store and check like every day before you go to work for an update, because they're seriously working on the server since the guy from Uber Eats came over. They're really going crazy working on the server and trying to improve the app. But I don't like all this trash in here. It is too hard for me to manipulate because I work several states. I guess it'd be fine if I just did one area, but I work several states for DoorDash across the United States, and in my region alone, I have got like 4 states together. And I like to see what other areas are doing because I just might drive up there. And I do that a lot. One night they had $8 peak bonus pay in Panama, and man, I was deadheading, Jack. And I mean, it was like an hour and a half, 2 hour drive. But dude, the money was incredible. It was like an auction. It kept going up by every 15 minutes. But anyway, it was very good when I got there. We're talking like $20 in order pay. Yeah. So, I hope that helps you. Please keep an eye on your updates, drivers. It's so majorly important. They're really working on the server to try to get it straightened out. And your app is not going to work right if you don't keep those updates going. Love to you. Hope that helped you. Throw me a cool thumbs up because I love you. And welcome to our Dasher family if you're new. And hi to all the Dasher family. And thanks so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any secret tips and hints, because I got them. Yep. You have a great one. Love to you.